What is up? What is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm actually trying to install something right here for the stream, so I'm a little bit delayed. I think it's working. I think it's ready to go. Don't know how to use it, but we'll find out on the go. Hey, welcome to the Trader Pride Show. You know what time it is. It is time for us to look at all the things that moved around on the day today. Find out what trades set up perfectly. What trades did we take advantage of? What trades could we have better taken advantage of? Maybe we can take advantage of tomorrow. Maybe taking advantage just sounds wrong at this moment. Let me turn this audio down. Let me turn this music down real quick. Let's go here. Bang. Bring that down to about 50% or so. Mute it for myself so I don't get distracted. And hopefully it's not loud enough, too loud for you guys. But yeah, we're going to go through all of my trades from the day today. We're going to go from some of the movers from the day today. Some of the stocks that might move tomorrow. We don't really have too many stocks to talk about that might move tomorrow because obviously we can't tell the future, even though our name is Prastradamus. But we do see Oracle that came out with the earnings after hours, CCL that moved around in pre-market and the whole day, NIO, PLTR. As you guys can see already, the title below, we have a bunch of stocks to talk about. As always, we have a lot to talk about. And I know a lot of you might have already heard, but if you haven't already, we're starting the YouTube show again as a host for the midday for Trader TV Live, and we're also starting a new segment for Trader TV Live, something like we do over here, right? The after hours show. We're starting something for Trader TV over there, so it's gonna be a lot of you're gonna see me a lot on a lot of shows right now. You're gonna see me over here, you're gonna see me over there, you're gonna see me everywhere. So hopefully you don't get tired of me. Hopefully I don't get tired of me and I don't get burnt out. But that's all for the future. You're here for the market today. So why don't we dive in? I see a couple people in the chat. Where is it going? Where'd the chat go? Oh, there you go. As you guys see, IFEBB, Mr. iFeed Euro Brokers Breakfast is in the chat at the moment, and Streamlabs is also in the chat. So we got Streamlabs hooked up, and so if anyone see Streamlabs spamming over there, let me know, because there might be some modifications that we have to make. So just let me know if anything happens to Streamlab, if that bot starts acting up. I want to start the day off with talking about my trades on the day. How did I do today? Pretty good, actually, pretty good. So why don't we start diving in? Let's go. Here we have the first trade of the day and our most profitable stock of the day, Palantir. Long off the $14 area, sorry, not 14, what am I saying? Long off the 1550 area, took that long, and then was able to, let's see if this tool works. Yeah, it does. Okay. Long off that area and was able to, you know, get out multiple times, even re-added, added over here, added on the break. And then afterwards, I got bored of the stock. I don't know why. You know, my target was VWAP area 1570. I did have an order over here to take profits, but later on, I just got bored of the stock. I don't want to end up holding. The amount of size I had was from here. This is where my last two shares were left from. The amount of size that I had from here were really nothing, so I was just done with the stock. I said screw it, I'm not gonna bother with it anymore. Overall, it was my number one trade of the day, Palantir. You guys have been watching how the stock has been going absolutely crazy for the past few days, or even can I not do that anymore? Hello, I don't want to draw anymore. No, go back to normal mode. Okay, exit. Where is this? Palantir. If you go to Palantir, you guys can see that Palantir has been going absolutely wild for the past few weeks now, and we've been enjoying it on our personal account, but not been able to enjoy it on the trading side. But now that we are being able to trade it also, the longs were clean. We pushed the long, we put some damage on that long over there, and our number one stock on the day happened to be that stock, CCL. This is where the $14 number comes into my head. Earlier I was talking about 14, but no, it was 14 on this one. I took the 14 break on CCL, which was kind of the high a day in pre-market also, I guess, if I remember accurately. Eventually 14 does break, the stock never really looks back and it rips to the north side. I sadly keystroke into all of my shares, exit right over here at 14.35. I was just trying to get out of some size. I exited out of all size. I get upset about that, so I try to take the 14.50 break. I don't give it too much of room. Obviously I think that was a good decision because I took way too much size over here than I did originally in the day. That does happen to come back lower later, much lower than I wanted it to, so I would have pretty much given back everything that I made over here if I held on to that trade, but thankfully it does rip more to the upside without me, so I missed out on all of that move on CCL over here. Later on in the day I was waiting for the shorts to show up at 15. I take like a very little size over here before 15, try to front run the short just in case the short starts playing out before I get to be a part of it. Then I wait for the 15, a backside of 15. I do see the backside, I get in, then I get back in, then I was able to write it down. Then I do get stopped out on my last few shares. Once it comes back below 15 once again, I jump back into the trade. That happens to be the short, ride it to the downside, not fully to where I would like it to, but you know, I get out most of my size for a decent win over there. Later on in the day I get back in for another short and then I get out again. Kind of get bored with this stock the same way I get bored with Palantir. Something that I have to maybe work on is, you know, don't get bored, just set your stop and let it work out. If it works out, it works out. If not, then you just you know, get stopped out. But the thing is, you know, like I don't want to sit there on my screen all day. I want to go manage my you know, I want to go manage my health and other things that I want to say. Like I want to go to the gym, I want to go to other things. So if I just sat here managing this position all day, I would have been missing out my opportunity to go hit the gym, go home my sauna, go do my whole sessions that I like to do. So I missed out. I said, no, I don't care. I'm just going to take my profits. I'm going to get out. So my second best stock on the day was over there on CL. I see Diders in the chat. What's up, Dider? How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you had a good day today. I know Mr. Ifried, Euro Brokers Breakfast, had one of his best days of the year, I think. Did he say year? Let me quickly go check his messages. Best month of the year so far already. Sheesh. Okay, buddy, I see you. He's smacking them trades and cashing out. Something that I'm trying to do over here on Zoom. Originally I tried to take a Zoom short. After it already broke 60, I got in. I held it all the way down and I was like, you know what, I'm not getting out anytime soon. I actually want to add on this break. Thankfully, I don't get triggered on that break. It rips much higher. I add back again near the 70s. It goes much higher, so I quickly get stopped out on that trade. And then I see the stock really finding some resistance near a level that I have on Zoom already mapped out from previous history, which was 70.44. So right here, 70.44. And I figured, hey, if there's one thing that I do know is Prad's lines do come into play quite a bit. So I was like, okay, let me try getting back into this trade near 70.30s and not having to risk too much because 70.44, 70.50 was my stop out. And then taking that fill over there, was able to take more size on the break of this level to the downside and ride it to the downside. And I was talking to one of my coworkers, I guess not coworkers because he's not really on the floor with me, but one of my buddies who also trades the stock market. And he was like saying, hey, they're gonna give you what you're looking for. I was looking for 69.05 and he kept saying they're gonna give you what you're looking for, they're gonna give you what you're looking for. But same time, I guess at the same place, Zoom, CCL, Palantir, I just happened to close all of these trades. Zoom was a pretty good winner though, almost $1 per share over there coming into play for not giving it too much of risk to the north side. So that was a pretty decent winner on Zoom. My third best stock today, I believe, or fourth best stock. Here's NIO, another positive stock. Look, I just couldn't stop winning today. So you know, just absolute monster day for a comeback on after a long time. That's what we like to see. NIO, build into the long, add to the long, get out, get out, get out, add, get out again, add, get out, get out, get out. I'm done trading the stock overall. So positive day on NIO over here for me. QQQ, I took a quick little short. That was a positive trade. I think later on I tried something. Yeah, right here, I tried a quick little short. I thought the market would dump off going into the close, but the market on close and balance, that financial juice indicates we have a integration directly into our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, do !Discord. I don't think actually you can do !Discord, sadly. I need to set that command up, but join our Discord server, and you can see those integrations and all those tools, fun stuff over there for yourself to use. So here we go. Yeah, we took that short. Tried to take a short over here. The mock-on imbalance was a buy, so we said nope, we're out of this trade. Deuces, don't want to be part of it. Jumped out of that trade really quick. Still a positive trade on QQQ. LUV tried to take this one as a bigger win, but later on, I just got out for a smaller win than I thought I could have. I guess I could have taken a win over there. I could have taken a win over here too. This was the first exit. The second exit could have been better based on how the first exit was, but I just got bored of it, and I said, nah, the stock is moving way too slow for my interest. I'm just gonna close it. It's a positive trade though. Positive trade. Apple, quick little short over here. Another quick little short over here. Both of them were winners. Actually, this was a flat trade. I think I get stopped out over here, but one little winner on Apple. Still a positive trade for me. Not like too much of a PNL positive, but still positive. Amazon 125 break long. I try that. I lose, then I go short on that 125 break back through, and I actually do win on that trade, so I do end up making Amazon a winner. That's pretty much the end of trade for me on Amazon. This is where the losers start. I think I only have 2 losers on the day. VRM, some sort of a low float stock that pops up on my scanner. I tried to take this area long. I get stopped out on the break of this 119. I stopped looking at it, and oh, this is another loser. So 3 losers, I guess. Another low float stock that pops up. I tried to build into a long in this $3 area that you see it holding, and then it just breaks. I'm not able to get out quick enough, so I flatten my trade completely, and I get the worst possible price on that stock, and I take a little bit of a loss on this. And then this is the last loser. This one absolutely sucked. I'm okay telling you how much size I even took on this trade, but yeah, I'll tell you, I took 15 shares twice. I took 15 share trades twice long on the break of 20 over here. The stock was halting all the way to the north side, going crazy, up 57%. Well, 57% over here, so more than 57% when it's up here. Halting all over the place, going crazy. So I try to take this 20 break. It looks like it's gonna be good. It's going 21. Oh, we're getting crazy. And then it just immediately drops crazy, opens up the spread, and then I take like an instant $20 loss. Goes up again, it comes back down, instant $20 loss. It's like, what in the hell is going on? And then I said, nope, I'm done. I just lost 40 bucks for no reason on this stupid position. I'm done trading it. Those are my trades on the day, ladies and gentlemen. Palantir, CCL, Zoom, NIO were my best trades, and the trades that kept my PNL up for the day. Now the stocks that we like to look at based on what moved around. So some of them obviously will be the stocks that we traded, and then some other stocks that moved around throughout the day that we'll take a look at. And big tech had a pretty strong day. You guys just saw NASDAQ was on a pretty strong move up. QQQ, aka, had an amazing day upside today. So if we go look at the market, what kind of moves did CCL actually have on a I don't know what I'm trying to say over here. Let me just focus up. What kind of day did CCL have over here? Looks like it actually popped up to one of our resistances. Actually, I think I drew this line today. I'll be fair in telling you that I actually put this line in today. But CCL coming in with an upgrade from Jefferies, if I remember correctly, reading this in the morning. JP Morgan, sorry. So JP Morgan just giving the whole cruise stocks in general, the whole sector, an upgrade, giving CCL the biggest upgrade of all of them. you saw the stock now take out another, you know, decent level that we were stuck in, somewhere around this 1250 to 13 area, allowing the stock to gap up and really close in the higher range of the gap. So this 15 area, a little bit of a barrier today, obviously, but if tomorrow, if we are above 15, I don't see why the stock is not trading near 1635, 1650 area. So if we are above 15 tomorrow on CCL, I'm very much interested in the long on this stock, especially if pre-market even shows us some strength near these near these areas. So 1510 to let's say 1490. I would like 1510 to 1490 to start holding on this trade, to start actually giving us some long possibilities for another boost to the north side on CCL. Obviously, if the markets are showing us some downside tomorrow, then we might have to just eat that idea and forget about it, and then just look for shorts off of 15, because I think that level will be very much in play tomorrow, either to the upside or to the downside. So let's quickly delete all this, go here, and set up for our trade ideas tomorrow. Expecting 15 to be very much in play. If above 15 in pre, look for longs, target 1650. $16.30 to $16.50. If whoa, keyboard. Okay, I don't know if it's easy shorts, so I'll be honest. I mean, I did put easy shorts in my notes. I might have to recorrect that statement. I mean, yeah, possible easy shorts to 14. I don't think the gap will close. Maybe the gap does close. Look, a lot of the volume did transact today at this 1487 area, and it's actually considering the volume from the last few days going into today also. So considering all of these volumes, all of these candles were volume transacted. Even with today's candle, most of the volume apparently transacted today at this 1486 area. So that means if people see the stock going below 1486 tomorrow and pre or off the open, you might just see some selling coming in off the open straight to the downside, because they don't want to hold the stock above 1486. For anyone who's holding it as a day trade, they much rather sell it, come back lower at these $13 prices instead of FOMOing at this 14, or just add at the 13. So my opinion is, you know, if we do push to the downside, I do see buying coming back in without a problem at this 14 and even this 1320, 1350 gap close. But I'd be surprised if the selling doesn't come in off the open. Now, considering if the selling doesn't come in off the open and we do see the stock above 15 in pre-market, and we're opening above even today's high, then that run up to 1650, 1630 is a free run up. So look for that position even in pre-market. I think that easy shorts that I put in, I'm actually convincing myself to leave that in the notes at the moment. NIO, this stock moved around, even XPEV moved around, but which one had the most bump in percentage? Looks like NIO 8.67%. XPEV had about a 11% move to the north side. That $10 level really came into play for quite a bit today. I was looking at it too. I didn't really end up trading this position, but I was looking at right here when that $10 level kept holding, giving you a nice move up to the north side, but instead I traded the NIO direction to the upside right around these areas. Later, at some point, NIO did kind of bore me, I'll be honest. Because XPEV had the bigger, you know, relative volume push to the north side, but still a good trade for the longs. I'm not gonna cry about it. That $8 level, which I was leaning on, was right here. This $8 level ended up holding from pre-market going into the open, that is, and I was able to play off that level. Now, if $8 level comes into play again, if 8 comes in, easy longs. I don't think I really want to, you know, trade this 850 area for a long unless we're really pushing above 850. We already have this Friday long over here at 874, and you see how big of a rejection the stock had right back to the downside on that very same day. And then we have this high at 885. So we have a lot of weight to the upside where NIO could really get stuff down from. So I'm not really too excited for the longs up here. If we do push up anywhere near these levels of 885 or even this area of 875, so a good 10-cent area, I might try to actually build into some shorts, risking off the $9 area on NIO. But right now, I think tomorrow, if we do push back down to 8, which is a possibility, then I'm interested in the longs, because I do think the $8 area might end up holding. Something same for XPEV over here. Maybe if we take a quick little look at it, I mean, look how choppy this is. The ranges are so wide, right? You have to give it such wide range, almost have to swing trade this position, and everything that's going on with USA, China, delisting, unlisting, war with China over TSM and Taiwan and everything. You know, they're on the brink of war every single day, and they're not on the brink of war every single day. So XPEV over here, man, as an investment, maybe not, but as a day trade, beautiful opportunity today. Amazing push to the upside, breaking that $10 barrier, coming back, holding 10, ripping back to the high of day, but sadly that double top rejection, bringing that stock right back down to the oh, okay, that's pretty interesting, the opening range 5-minute high. That's where we kind of closed near on this position for XPEV. Now, where am I interested on this position tomorrow? I think I'm not really interested on this position tomorrow, I'll be honest. I'd much rather just go trade NIO. XPEV is a little scary. I think I'll just have, like I did today, I'll just have XPEV on one of my charts on the side while I'm trading NIO. That way, every time XPEV moves around, I can track NIO as a sympathy trade and let people, the big money, trap out the retail traders in XPEV, and I'll just be in the background just like copying the trade on XPEV, on NIO from XPEV. Ooh, we got more people in the chat. Good Small Green says Dieter on his day today. That's good. Green's good, right? Green's good, buddy. Let's go. Dan Duval, what's up, Dan? After hours will be the best hours. Let's go, baby. That's what we're talking about. Sadly, there will not be any trading in the after hours sessions for those YouTube shows that I'll be doing for Trader TV Live, exactly like this one. But there will be lots of conversations and lots of funds, right? We'll be talking about all the earnings movers that will be coming out, and we'll be tracking those earnings movers for you guys, covering them, kind of paper trading them, I guess, because our softwares are at our prop work, our servers shut off at 4:15, so we can't really trade after 4 o'clock. So that is a downside on that after show, but it's a way for us to cover after hour movers and earnings movers for you guys, which are always fun to take a look at, right? Okay, so we looked at XPEV, not interested in as a day trade. We're gonna move on from that one. Oracle had earnings today, but it already moved intraday before the earnings numbers even came out. Had a 5.9% move to the upside, almost 6% move to the upside pre-earnings. And obviously, as you see right here, that E is on the green side. Looks like the earnings came out good. They did end up beating the earnings per share by 5% and revenue about 0.72, almost 1% beat on earnings per share and revenue on revenue side. Sorry. I'm guessing they probably took out 120 to the upside after the earnings move. Yeah, there we go. So they took out 120, near 122, 123 high comes in after hours. I always like to mark out the after hour high just in case pre-market that stock does happen to play with this level again. This was the overall move today. Looks like, you know, pretty insane move to the north side. That opening 5-minute range breakout high did hold the stock under it until 11:10, but later on at 11:10, giving you the breakout of that 116. It's exactly 116 ORB high, right? Opening range break high, 116 breakout coming into play, giving you a move up to 117.55, which is amazing. Now, I don't know where your stop would have been if you took that long. Usually my stop would have been somewhere halfway through the range or at the low of this range. So 115.55, so about 50 cents of risk on that trade, giving you about $1.50. So pretty good risk to reward there. I think that's worth. I love seeing the opening range break trades a setup work. I've shown the setup to you guys multiple times, and here's another example for that one. Most of the times those setups are only good when there is an actual catalyst in the stock and there is a clear direction for that stock. For example, you can see it in CCL. You can see how that opening range break works smoothly, happened to be around 14.24. Even if you didn't take the $14 break like I did right here, you could have taken the 14.23, 14.24 break. You can even apply this on RCL as a sympathy trade right here on sympathy, but obviously a lot more whippy than CCL. The same rule apply for NIO. A lot more whippy on NIO than XPEV, but XPEV actually was pretty clean too on that opening range break. Sorry, that's NIO. XPEV over here, very clean on the opening range break to the north side. So any stock with an actual catalyst in it, usually you'll see the setup being very clean on them. So feel free to find a trade for yourself in the setup and abuse it, make some profits. But I'll do tell you that this setup is very algoable. It's very easily codable by any coder who's interested in making code for trading. So you'll have to fight for price a lot usually around these levels. You'll see the stock, skip prices around these levels because codes are punching into those asks or into those bids just to get those prices. So you'll see price often shift around these levels very, very quickly. That just gives you also extra confidence that someone with some code, maybe stupid or smart code, is interested on the long side for that trade, right? So here we go. So coming back from the ORB range break explanation to you guys, I would love to go back to Oracle. Oracle clearly is at that high right now, but if we go back to the 1-year chart, this is the 52-week high. Are we at an all-time high on this stock? We are. So that would put that position at a new all-time high in after hours at $122, $123. And if that's the case, then we need to mark today's all-time high just in case it comes back for some sort of a support to be shown. We have a pretty wide gap to the downside over here. Now, I'm not saying the stock has to go fill that gap to the downside, especially after having positive earnings. Now, I would like to quickly go right back into this after hour move to kind of get an idea of why we moved down. Looks like something happened over here. We started going up, we moved down, and then we rapidly moved back up, and then we finally settled to the north side. So maybe something happened over here that maybe it was an algo that just read the report wrong, right? But overall, looks like the report dissemination and the market sentiment for Oracle is to the upside, and they are holding these levels. We do look like we want to hold up near 120. What is this area? This 119 area? Looks like this 119, 120 area. Look at that consolidation, right? Yeah, not a lot of volume traded after hours. Let's actually go confirm how much volume traded after hours. Oracle, about 5.8 million shares. That's actually not bad at all because its average 10-day volume is 12.6 million. So it traded half of its average 10-day volume over here on Oracle in the after hours. I think this 120, 119, worst come worst, where is that today's low? I don't see the gap closing. Worst comes worst, today's low acting as a support. So here are the lines over here. Where's today's low? Today's low somewhere over here. Today's high, after hour high. I think all these levels will be very important for me, from 114, 117, and then 123. If you are anywhere close to 123 off the open and the stock is looking to rip through 123 to the upside, that's an easy long for us. So I'm just gonna put it in the notes over here. Easy long 123 break or pre-market high level. Could see dip by at 120 off open. Also, if we are higher than 123 in PM, $173.50 or 115. Okay, there we go. Why don't we put some gaps in here between our notes? All right, there we go. Apparently Manu moved around after hours. We found that in our after hours scanner. Where is this? Where do we find Manu? There we go. We found Manu right there. 15% to the north side. Not sure what the news was. Manchester United stock is surging. What's going on? Can we find out, please? Can somebody tell me? Has been accepted. Brother, is that all you have to tell me? Okay, shares trading higher following the report has been accepted according to tweets. What's the price? What's the bid? What's the price? Come on, the Sheikh doesn't want to tell me what the price is? What is the price? Oh, we don't know anything about Man U? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Oracle, one firm said conference call was saying cloud 10 times more than AI. I don't know. Ooh, okay. Well, Man U popping up right now. That's all we see. Obviously, I already had a good day today. The Sheikh apparently accepting their offer. They popped up after hours to one of these levels that we've already seen it pop up to. 2360 coming back into play. We've seen the stock play above 2360 for a little bit, but then, you know, nosedive right back downside after touching above those levels. But I would love to see the stock above 2360. I think we have more upside tomorrow possible for more fun on this position. If the Sheikh is accepting the offer, I don't know what the original price for the stock to get bought out was. Maybe it was around $30 or something. Let's actually go Man U stock offer. Okay. What does that mean in are they not doing it for like cash? Are they doing it for the full share or something? Like how does it going? All right, well, we don't know exactly what price they're going to get bought out for, but if they do get bought out, this is going to be an easy buyout trade to the long side. We'll just have to wait and see once the news disseminates. I think tomorrow, 2360 area honestly might be a short. We'll just have to wait and see, but if the stock is above 2360, I think there's a play there to the north side. I think 2360 area, honestly, area rejects, but if above that could see a move to 25.50 or even 27.50. Okay, SoFi. SoFi today had a pretty good day, eh? 11% to the north side. Kind of stayed off my radar. I didn't believe that SoFi would keep going to the north side like that. I guess I should have, because I kept talking about this 850 triple top area to you guys for a long time, and I was being a little negative Nancy about it. I was like, I don't see SoFi taking out this 850 area. Friday, $9 rejected already. I think tomorrow we're gonna reject 850 and go to the downside, and I didn't really want to short a stock that's in my long-term portfolio. At the end of the day, SoFi still managed to, you know, start the day below 850, but still go up to the north side and end well above $9, near $9.30 is the high a day, but closed at $9.16, sorry. So amazing move on SoFi. Almost unbelievable on this move to the north side on SoFi. I'm still waiting for that shorts for some reason. I don't know why, but honestly, as long as the stock keeps moving up to the north side like this, I'm not gonna complain, because it just means most of my money on my long-term account is coming back. At least some of it's coming back to life. Thank you to Palantir, thank you to AMD, Google, Microsoft, and so on. I'm actually in the positive right now, to be honest. But SoFi, I'm down like 30-40% on SoFi over here on my long-term account at the moment, man. As a day trade, I honestly don't know what to tell you. I think if tomorrow 850 area comes back into play for supports, that might be your only long opportunity off this one, because I don't really want to go long anywhere else. Maybe 9 holds, but I don't want to gamble around the 9. I think that's just gonna wash people up over there at that $9 area. If we do push to 10 tomorrow, that's gonna be a, you know, most likely a short attempt for me. 20 area is most likely going to be a short attempt for me. So I'll just put that in my notes over here. SoFi long, what was it, 850 or short 10 to 1020. That's going to be my notes. I don't want to gamble in the range in the middle that's just about to create. I'll let it create that new range, and I'll just wait at the edges for myself. Palantir, I think, might have to be on my back burner now, unless we're really getting ready to push above 16. I might have to, you know, be hands off on this. Clearly, we're seeing a lot of rejection come in right around $16, 16 to 15.70. We're seeing a lot of barriers being put into this position. As you see, the most of the volume transacted for the last few days is 15.47, and we're now getting a little top heavy on this position. Looks like, obviously, my orange line, for those of you who've been paying attention for the last few months now, is my long-term investment price on this position, my average price on this position, and it is 15.27 in the money at the moment on Palantir. But it would hurt to see the stock go back into the negative. I would love for it to keep going up and above, right? So please keep flying up. I would love to see that $17 coming back into play. If 16 actually breaks tomorrow, if the market actually ends up having a green day tomorrow, I would love for Palantir to take advantage of it. Yeah, it's up 4% today, but I want to see Palantir really stay above 16, just for some mental peace on my own position, right? Just for some mental peace on my own position. But for a day trade, I think I'm gonna be having to we'll just put, if above 16, get long. I'll put that, because I'm not interested to really short this position at the moment. Carvana, wasn't trading Carvana today. It was on my radar at one point. It's still having a inside day, not able to really push under Friday's lows. We're right back into the halfway range of Fridays and Thursdays range over here on Carvana. I think the 21, 22 areas kind of came into play today. Yeah, 22 came into play, 21 also came into play for a little bit. You were able to trade both of those levels. I was just not interested on in looking at Carvana. I think this was a last week trade over here, obviously a big trade over here, big trade over here, but a little bit of a dull move. I think once Carvana gets ready to break out of these ranges, either to the downside or to the upside, I think it's going to be more fun then. A short below 1750 for a gap fill to the downside, or somewhere above over here, 22 break tomorrow. Even if that comes into play, we could look for that one. We could maybe it has some more move to the upside, but volume is going back down sadly on Carvana. So I'm gonna put over here 1750 break for gap fill, or 22 break long if during opening drive. Yeah, that looks like a decent idea for me. We have pretty good ideas over here already, but I think the best play honestly right now is Oracle. Oracle is going to be the biggest play. Some of these plays are, most of them are used. You want to be careful. Some of these levels kind of are dead. You know, for example, for SoFi, Palantir, Carvana, these levels, well, not SoFi to be exact, but Palantir and Carvana, these are just last week's levels that we're recycling and reusing. Man U is kind of getting into a new range. We do like that to see that it's getting into new previous resistance ranges. That's fun to look at. NIO might be kind of dead. CCL might be fun for sure. But my main play over here, my main focus is obviously Oracle. I'm focusing on that one. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin, my friends. Bitcoin, oh, are you serious? So looks like our prediction is kind of coming a little bit true. As you see, this line over here was drawn on the last few streams ago. We are slowly heading back to the downside on Bitcoin, and we needed to wake up. Obviously, wake up, Bitcoin, wake your punk ass up. And whichever direction it goes in goes also my money. Sadly, Bitcoin at the moment straight to the downside once again, which means most likely Coinbase and friends, Bitcoin and friends, everyone also going in that same direction. So Coinbase here today down 5%. We said to the downside, so there you go. Trading right back to $50. $50 actually holding on Coinbase. That's good for them, but no trade for me still, because there's still so much happening in the stock and in the sector that I don't want to get stuck in a random news halt on this position. SEC is now breaking down Coinbase doors and seizing all their profits or whatever that they did to Binance, right? So I don't want to get trapped into a position based on a news halt or a news catalyst on Coinbase. It's always fun to be in the right direction of those trades, but never fun to be in the other direction. Trust me, it's not fun. One of my coworkers had that on Funware and it wasn't fun at all. Enough of the word of fun at the moment. Okay, so Coinbase over here and other friends like MARA, RIOT, all of them pushed to the downside, but looks like RIOT, MARA had a pretty decent day compared to Coinbase still getting hurt from the overall Binance, SEC, Coinbase, SEC debacle and all of that craziness. Devustalmaga coming in saying cheers from Mexico City. What's up, brother? How you doing? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Qué pasa? How do you say hola? There you go. That's what you say. Hola. Hola, amigo. ¿Qué pasa? So Coinbase we already looked at, and then other friends at Coinbase we looked at. I usually try to stay away from these ones unless the play is really in there, and I think the really play for me is if SEC comes down and saying we're shutting down Coinbase, easy short. If SEC comes down saying hey, Coinbase is actually doing nothing wrong, easy long on Coinbase. I'm just waiting for that news catalyst for that side. Every day obviously you will have these trades on these beautiful large cap tech stocks. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Large cap tech stocks. Microsoft having a beautiful bounce right back to the upside. Same with every other stock out there. I mean, you can look Microsoft, Apple, Google, AMD, Amazon. Amazon getting a nice little upgrade today, I believe, right? Amazon getting a nice little upgrade today, pushing straight back to the upside, and people think that this one could have even more pump to the north side, so Amazon getting pumped up. Let's actually go see if Affirm got a pump based on Amazon getting a pump today. A little bit of a pump on Affirm. Not bad, 5% to the upside. So good job on Affirm over there. But the Amazon was where the main play was. I had a couple trades on this one. Didn't really trade it too well, so I stayed away from it. Look, once again, the opening range break setup coming into play straight up in your face right there, baby. And you didn't have to look back once on this trade if you did take that breakout of 124.19 after the first 5, 10, 15 minutes. You take that breakout after the first 15 minutes, you push to the north side and you're just laughing on this position. So have fun with the setup. Trust me, as soon as there's a catalyst, you can just wait for the setup to show up and just smash it. And you can congratulate your boy Trader Prad, Uncle Prastradamus, Praddy Daddy, King of the Bears, your homie, always right here for you, man. I got you, boys. And girls, if there's any girls there, I got you too. You know, I'm not trying to be misogynist or sexist. Just saying, guys, because that's just how we do it. All right, now where are we going from Amazon to Meta? We don't really trade Meta, man. We don't really trade Meta, but even Meta having a pretty good day. Not sure if Meta had a catalyst in it. 2% to the north side. I guess most of it is just the Nasdaq pushing up, but all these stocks look the same to me. Microsoft, Apple. Ooh, Apple getting close to the all-time high one more time. Google, right? Google. So you name it. I think we can just take a look at the Nasdaq basket and just have a good chat from there. I mean, we actually broke above 15K today. Is that true? You're a monster, market. So yeah, we did get close enough to 15K. I think we might have actually breaking 15K. Let's zoom in over here. Yeah, we might have breaking 15K, and now we're just teetering around 15K. I mean, that's just insane for the Nasdaq. I mean, what are we talking about? The Nasdaq's now only, 1,700 points away from all-time highs, man. 1,700 points away from all-time highs. Are you guys not entertained by the stock market? Are the longs not here yet? Like, what are we going about, right? And keep in mind, the FOMC is this week. We got a lot of big stuff coming up in the market this week for the economic data, for market conditions, for the Fed interest rate decisions, and so on. There's so much going on in the market right now that's just gonna excite the crap out of the market or depress the crap out of the market. So just get ready. I think we're gonna have fun in this market right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already been having fun in this market for the past few weeks, which have been beautiful, get ready to have more fun, because we're gonna keep going either direction, and if we drop back down, it's gonna be even more fun than going up. I think, in my opinion, I might be wrong, but if we do go up, it's gonna be fun also. So get ready. There we go, 15K once again. Keep in mind, my Nasdaq quotes are actually delayed by 15 minutes, so I'm actually seeing 15K over here 15 minutes ago. Nasdaq with the beautiful breakout to the north side. We're seeing 15K come in. Let's also go see the ES futures here real quick. ES, why are we looking at the minis? I don't want to look at the minis. ES/U23. Alright, whatever. I guess they only show minis. I don't know. So ES over here also breaking out to the north side, and also very, very close to all-time highs, man. Only hundreds of dollars away from, hundreds of points, I guess, not dollars. Hundreds of points away from the all-time high over here. Even the S&P 500 breaking out. Not too long ago, we had that craziness of what's it called? The banks going almost bankrupt and whatnot. We saw the XLF sector struggling. KRE kind of having a recovery at the moment. So that's saving S&P 500, honestly, because KRE is part of the S&P 500, and we're getting saved. The spies are just monster pushing up to the north side. QQQ's monster pushing up to the north side, and with everything that's coming out, let's actually go take a look at everything that's coming out this week. We already have the consumer inflation expectations. Not really too much of an important number over there. But tomorrow, 8:30, we got the core CPI number. That's usually a big number that moves the market at 8:30. So make sure you're up and ready to trade the market at 8:30, in your desk by 8:30, and able to move some money around. Obviously, core PPI coming out at 8:30, and not only core PPI for you oil fiends, for all you oil traders, crude futures traders. You also have the numbers at 10:30 coming out, as it does every Wednesday. And at the same time, we also have 2 o'clock interest rate decisions from Fed Powell. You have 2:30 the Fed conference coming out at 2:30, at which point Papa Powell will be on the stage talking about the market, talking about everything that's going on. So you might want to be tuned into that one, because that's very important. That also moves around the market. We also got over here core retail sales, initial jobless claims coming the day after the interest rate decisions, so that even if these come out bad, that's gonna be fun with whatever that happened over here. maybe that'll just negate anything that'll happen over here that happens over here. I don't know, that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. And then Friday we got Bullard coming in just to disrupt the market a little bit around 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning. What are you doing up so early, bro? Who are you talking to at 3 a.m. in the morning? What's wrong with you? But anyways, very, very busy week over here, ladies and gentlemen. And tomorrow, core CPI 830. That's what we're gonna be. That is what we're gonna be looking out for. Consumer price index. Consumer price index. I think that's all we really need to know. Tomorrow is the 13th of June, so no real IPOs queued in. We got one IPO for the 15th of June. It's not that big. $315 offer amount is not bad at all. So we can actually maybe go do this. Search for Kava Group. What do you do? Growing Mediterranean culinary brand with a healthy, fast, casual restaurant experience featuring customizable salads, pitas, juices, and dressing. Okay. Zoe's Kitchen. Okay, so some sort of a restaurant chain, private, originally about to go public, obviously, from Washington, D.C. Decent offer amount, not too big of an offer amount. Decent share size is also being offered to the open public market to trade. Most of that might not be public already. Some of it might be locked up, but I might not be too sure on that. But clearly 14 million shares being offered. Could be trading from anywhere from $17 to $19. Usually we see the stock when it's saying 17 to 19, maybe opens up at $21, $22. If it opens up more than 25, I'll be surprised. If it opens below 17, easy indication that the stock does not want to go up off the open whenever it opens, and it's just going to be short. We can talk more about the stock when we get closer to that date, June 15th. So we'll actually maybe talk about it on the 14th, or tomorrow actually we'll talk about it, because 14th golf day, so we'll not be streaming. So we'll talk about this one tomorrow. Right now, obviously, just keep it on your calendar for June 15th, ladies and gentlemen. Another important, not that important obviously, but could be a possible day trade opportunity for us to take advantage of. Today's movers, today's active movers: Tesla, CCL, SoFi, NIO, Palantir, AMD. We talked about pretty much all of these stocks over here, and we prepared for most of them. This stock kept making fun, kept making me laugh the whole day. Cuck. Such a hilarious ticker, but it's basically Carnival Corporation. I think it's from their British pound or something like that. If you go take a look at this right here, Cuck is, what is this? PLC, I don't know, some sort of a secondary listing. I forget what it is. Hotel, restaurant, cruise lines. But it's a hilarious name. I just found it funny. Coming back to this anyways, that one basically moved around because CCL moved around. Plug Power moved around today. I didn't see that one or hear that one moving around today at all. 13% to the north side. Maybe there's a trade on there that we could go find real quick before we call it a day. Plug Power moved up quite a bit, moved up to almost $10, getting above the 50 period EMA, almost 100 period EMA almost coming back into play over here. That level looks interesting to me. The stock could pop up to 1150, and we popped up to 1040 today. Yeah, plug could be interesting tomorrow. The $10 level dip buy is also good, looking interesting. 10 to 990 dip buy. And today's high of 1050 breakout for a move to 1150. Okay. Yeah, I like going through lists like this. So active daily gainers, We went through most of these ones, the ones that we care about at least. And daily losers, nothing really too interesting for losers for me on the day today, so we're just gonna ignore that one because obviously the market was booming, so we only care about the stocks that went up. We don't really care about the stocks that went down. And overall, man, that's gonna be the overall wrap up. I think we got pretty good note list of everything that we might be possibly interested to trade on. I'm just gonna put some spacing over here so it's more legible for us to read when I do share this in our Discord server. If you're not in our Discord server already, I will get all those links ready for you guys to join our Discord server and everything for the next time on Streamlabs. I'm sorry that it's not set up already, but yeah, thank you for coming for the show. That's pretty much it for the day. Let me go to full cam. All right, full cam time. Let's see what the chat's saying. Management took it private. IRC, Zoe's. Oh, okay. The Zoes, whatever. Long cuck or short? Long cuck, baby. Long cuck all day. Long cuck. All right, tomorrow. Tomorrow is interesting because we go back on the midday show. We go back on the midday show. The midday show for me starts at 12 o'clock. From 12 to 2, I'll be on the midday show. Next week, Monday, the 4 p.m. show starts also. So we are live 12 to 2. We're doing 4 to 5, I think, or 5:30, maybe 4 to 5 or 5:30. I'm not sure yet. However long it goes, maybe some days a little bit over 5. The after hour show, and then I still want to keep doing my own thing over here. I kind of like having my own thing, doing my own thing, but I might have to come up with a new format because I don't want to keep doing the exact same thing over there after 4 and then coming here after 8 o'clock and doing my own thing again. So I might try to do something different. Maybe we'll do like once a week stream over here where we talk about our best trades of the week and our worst trades of the week, and we do a recap. Maybe we turn it into some sort of a podcast. We team up with somebody and we turn it into a podcast. But I'm not sure yet, but I still want to keep doing my streams over here. I'll keep coming up with ideas. This side is not going anywhere. Trust me. It just means I have a lot more work to myself. That's just the life that I chose. You know, sometimes I think if I had just finished my degree and became that engineer that my mom wants me to, my life would have been way easy because then I wouldn't be, you know, working technically 3-4 jobs to make a living. But it's the life I chose. It's the life we're gonna keep going through, and we'll see what ends up coming out of it. So far, life's not bad, baby. So far, life's not bad. And we are getting back up on top. We're getting back on top. So thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for taking an hour off your day to come watch your boy put some lines on some charts and prepare for the next day. Hopefully you found some trades for yourself tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Trader TV Live. Thank you for coming by again. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye. Adios.